Happy New Year! I spent the past 2 weeks working on adding Osana to the game. She isn't finished yet, but I'll tell you about the progress I was able to make. Most of my time was spent working on interactions between Osana and Senpai. I think that it's extremely important for Senpai and your current rival to interact with each other multiple times per day. These interactions will not only show the two characters becoming closer to each other and demonstrate what kind of relationship they have, but will also provide the player with the opportunity to sabotage their interactions and ruin their relationship. Every day will begin with Senpai and the current rival having a conversation with each other within earshot of Yandere-chan. By eavesdropping on these conversations, the player will learn the time and place of their next interaction. This allows the player to plan out their day and prepare to sabotage whatever Senpai and the rival will do next. Listen to what Osana says to Senpai.
Anyway, I want you to meet me on the school rooftop at lunchtime. Got it?
Huh? Why?
Stop being so difficult. Just be there, alright? And don't keep me waiting.
Okay. I'll be there.
Good.
Now we know that Osana is planning to do something at lunchtime on the rooftop. But to find out exactly what she has planned, we need to stalk her and see what she does next. If we follow Osana, she'll go to her classroom, where she will place 2 meals on her desk and mutter to herself. By listening to her monologue, we can infer that she has prepared a boxed lunch for Senpai. I know it's not obvious right now, but in the final game, it will be extremely easy to tell which one is hers and which one is for Senpai. Anyway, now we know how we can sabotage one of Osana's future interactions with Senpai. We can mess with the food that she's prepared for him. We don't just want it to taste bad. That's too tame. He needs to vomit after eating her food. We need to find an emetic. In case you didn't know, an emetic is a substance that induces vomiting. There is a bottle of emetic medicine in a cabinet in the nurse's office. You might wonder why anyone would intentionally drink something that would make them puke. The primary reason that this type of medicine exists is to treat people who have recently ingested poison and need to expel it from their body as fast as possible. Some toxic products, such as rat poison, contain an emetic, so that if a human accidentally drinks it, they will puke out the poison immediately. There is a can of rat poison in the shed of the gardening club. The medicine in the nurse's office and the rat poison in the shed can both be used to sabotage the meal that Osana prepared for Senpai, to make him puke when he eats her food. Of course, if it was too easy to acquire poison, the game wouldn't be very challenging. So I've added a few obstacles. First of all, the shed in the gardening club is now locked. You can't get in without a key. The key is carried by the president of the gardening club. To steal the key, you must pickpocket her when she's not looking. When you're able to steal the key from her, a pickpocketing prompt will appear above the key ring that she carries. You will see a bar that represents the remaining amount of time that you have to steal the key from her. It's not wise to try and pickpocket someone if the bar is less than halfway full, because you won't have enough time to complete the action. When you start pickpocketing someone, a minigame begins. For now, it's a very simple minigame. If nobody likes it, I'll consider changing it in the future. If you fail the minigame, the person you tried to steal from will be very angry with you, and you will lose some reputation points. If you succeed at the minigame, you will get the key you were trying to steal, and your victim won't know a thing. To make this even more challenging, I've put 5 students into the gardening club who will alert the president if they notice that you're trying to steal from her. You have to pickpocket her when nobody is looking. At this point in time, the president of the gardening club and the club members who walk around in the gardening club are not real students. You can't speak to them, and they don't react to anything other than pickpocketing, not even murder. They are present to give you an idea of how difficult it will be to successfully pickpocket someone. They don't go to class, eat food, perform club activities, or anything else like that. They are like the delinquents. They are locked to one area, they exist to convey an idea, and they will be added to the game as genuine students at another point in time. You can think of them like the hollow, empty, vacant husks that stand in club rooms and serve the functionality of club presidents who have yet to be added to the game. You can also gain the key to the shed by simply joining the gardening club. This gives you free access to the shed at any time. However, this also locks you out of every other club unless you quit the gardening club. And once you've quit the gardening club, you will never be permitted to join it again, so be very careful what clubs you decide to join. The emetic medicine within the nurse's office is inside of a locked cabinet. You'll need to pickpocket the nurse in order to acquire the key for opening that cabinet. There is also a third way to acquire an emetic. Aside from the shed in the gardening club and the cabinet in the nurse's office, you can also simply send InfoChan enough panty shots to purchase a bottle of emetic poison from her. I've heard a lot of people say that the panty shot game mechanic is very distasteful in their opinion. I've tried to come up with additional ways for players to earn favors from InfoChan without having to take lewd photographs. InfoChan, as her name suggests, collects and sells information, especially secrets or anything that could be used as blackmail. Perhaps there should be a feature that allows the player to discover dark secrets about the various students at school, and then sell those secrets to InfoChan in exchange for favors. This would allow the player to get favors from InfoChan without ever having to take a single panty shot. Once you've acquired an emetic one way or another, you can now ruin the boxed lunch that Osana made for Senpai. When the two of them meet on the school rooftop at lunchtime, Osana will give Senpai the food. If you didn't poison it, Senpai will love it, and he will grow closer with Osana. If you did poison it, Senpai will complain and run off to the bathroom to puke, damaging his relationship with Osana. If you sabotage their interactions 5 days in a row, then when Osana confesses her love to Senpai on Friday, Senpai will reject her. Your rival will be eliminated without the need for any blood to be spilled. Now let's turn back time and go back to a specific point in this video, right around here. I'm sure that some of you were thinking,
Yandere Dev, Yandere Dev! Why doesn't Yandere-chan just stab Osana when she's alone in the classroom? She's defenseless, and there are no witnesses.
well, every other student's routine will be designed around the rival's routine, so that there is never a point in time when your rival is completely alone. There will always be a witness nearby looking in the general direction of your rival. Killing your rival without being spotted will require a lot of planning around the path that she takes through school, and the other students who hang around on that path. Searching for the right opportunities, creating distractions, and befriending other students and asking them to create distractions for you will be a big part of eliminating your rivals, if you intend to stop them with lethal methods. I haven't put this into the game yet, but if someone sees you poison one of the meals on Osana's desk, I think they should tell Osana immediately, which should damage your reputation and prevent Osana from giving the food to Senpai. The player also has the option of poisoning Osana's meal as well. Just like Senpai, if she has consumed emetic poison, she will head to the bathroom to puke, which opens up the possibility of drowning her in a toilet bowl. It should go without saying that there will usually be other girls in the bathroom, making it difficult to pull this off without witnesses. There is also one other factor which will make it quite difficult for the player to harm Osana without facing immediate and severe consequences. I'm very eager to tell you about this, and I can't wait to see what your reaction is going to be. But I don't want to reveal what it is until it's fully prepared. I hope I'll be able to tell you about it soon. I still have a lot more to say about Senpai and Osana, but this video is already too long, so I'm going to split this video into 2 parts. Tomorrow or the next day, I'll upload part 2, where I will discuss the subjects of lethal poison, how a rival's death can affect Senpai, how your decisions will determine the type of ending you will get, and my thoughts on how much longer it will take to complete Osana. Thank you for following the development of Yandere Simulator.